Hey guys, it's me, Kisame Unlimited, and I'm here to do a new toot and boot for you guys. I feel like shit today. I have bad lactose intolerance, and today I just feel like my body is self-destructing, and I hate the season because spring and summer brings out all the pollen, and it just makes me sick. So I like it when it's nice in winter and everything is dead. Okay, but enough about me and my problems. Alright, don't forget to like the video for more toots and boots in the future, because lately the toot and boot segment is probably the most least liked segment that I do, and I don't want to cut it because I find it very fun. But if it continues not to do well, I'm most likely going to have to cut it for a different segment. So if you guys truly like the Toot and Boot segment, please show me you like it. Take that little moment out of your day to like the video. It's greatly appreciated, and I know that you guys want to see it, because lately, I don't know, I haven't been seeing a very positive outlook on the Toot and Boot segment recently. The two cards that we're going to be talking about today are ABC Dragon Buster and Ultimate Burst, and we're going to discuss why they're good and why they're bad. Toot, at the end of the day, means if it's a good card, and Boot means it's a bad card. Yet again, but these are just my opinions on the game, and my opinion if I think these cards will take off or not. Okay. ABC Dragon Buster. I'm not going to get into the three little cards you need to bring out to bring it, because there's A Salt Core, B Buster Drake, and C Crush Wyvern. I'm not going to toot and boot those cards because I've looked into them. They all basically just do the same thing, and they're all decent. Alright, so getting on to its effect. It's basically light attribute, it's machine, it's fusion, it's 8 stars, 3,000 attack, 2,800 defense points, and its effect is this. Must be special summoned from your extra deck by banishing the above cards you control or in your graveyard. You do not have to use polymerization. Once per turn during either player's turn, you could discard one card, then target one card on the field and banish it. During your opponent's turn, you contribute this card, then target 3 of your banished light machine type union monsters with different names, special summon them. This is a quick effect. Okay. Now, the reasons to boot him is that he's like, XYZ Dragon Cannon, and that card was very mediocre. Nobody played it, and it was just overall not a very good card. But this card has like a little bit more. Like the ABC monsters, overall, all are pretty decent. And they all could attach themselves. They're kind of like, in my opinion, a weaker version of gadgets. That's the best way I can describe them. And these cards, when you bring out this, it's not like it does that much different. I mean, Dragon Cannon would be like, I'm going to destroy, and this card's like, I'm going to banish instead, which is decent. And the ability to detach and turn back into the monsters on your opponent's turn is pretty good, but if you tribute them, this card is most likely going into your graveyard, and then you would need to have multiple copies into your extra deck. So, in my opinion, the card is good, but I would have to. This is not like a machine-based deck where I feel like you could just throw the ABC monsters into a deck and then it would just succeed on its own. And as for a boss monster, the only thing I like is the 3,000 attack. I feel like the 3,000 attack, I feel like you can't go wrong with. But I'm not crazy about its effect, because I feel like the banishing quality, in my opinion, is too mediocre, because it's just one banish. Like, come on, I'm using 3 monsters to play. You can't banish more than one. Come on. I mean, because you want to know what it is, I have to judge him to other boss monsters. Someone like Dante that pluses for days. Something like JD comes on the field, nukes everything. And this card requires 3 monsters. So, at the end of the day, being able to attribute it, especially on the 3 monsters, is pretty handy, because they all on their own are pretty decent. But at the end of the day, I can't see a reason to toot this card. I'm going to boot him, because I just think that he's a lackluster boss monster, because I feel like this card is just not very good, and I feel like it's not worth playing a whole deck around just for this card, because that's this card's weakness. It's like you would need a whole deck revolved around it, and I just don't think it's good. My opinion. Ultimate Burst. Its effect. It's a normal spell card, and its effect is target 1 fusion summoned Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon you control. This turn, it can make up to 3 attacks during each battle phase. Also, if it attacks, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. Okay. Now, personally, the only thing I would have added an additional effect to this is that it would do piercing damage. Because then it would basically be that you play this, you win. Because a lot of Blue Eyes players won't even play Burst Stream of Destruction, and the deck could summon Blue Eyes out like that. So if you're not going to play something like Burst Stream of Destruction, where you almost never have a Blue Eyes Ultimate on your field because you never need to. I've been booting a lot of Blue Eyes shit lately, but personally, I think the card art looks really nice, and I like the nostalgic side of it where it's like Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon shooting out Neutron Blast. I get it. But at the end of the day, the card is ass. This card, no one's going to be playing it because people don't need to play Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon in the deck to win. I've said this. I said the same thing about Max Dragon. I said I nothing against Max Dragon because I gave it a toot and said it was a good card because it could still be used with Manju and all the others. But I still think at the end of the day, a card like this isn't needed because it's not what the deck needs. The deck is overpowered enough. They don't need power because Blue Eyes already by itself is a 3K beat stick. It don't need this. But yet again, I will boot this card because the chances of me playing Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon and playing multiple copies of this card just to get off of one move. Because if I'm going to be facing Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon and they're like, I drop Blue Eyes Ultimate on you, I'm going to be activating Solemn Warning, I'm going to be activating Compulse, I'm going to activate Bottomless, I'm going to activate something that gets you off the field. So the whole aspect of, oh, no card can't be activated, I don't really play Mirror Force and all that other stuff. So it's like the other forms of Mirror Force. But I mean, a lot of people are going to be like, no, but I do, so that's good. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But this is my opinion. And my opinion is both of these cards won't really take off. I think Ultimate Burst is mediocre because you're focused on a boss monster that almost never hits the field. And ABC Dragon Buster, I just think the quality of destroying a banish doesn't make... If you basically just add the quality of a banishment into Dragon Cannon still wouldn't have done anything. But I know that the little monsters are much better, but I just think the deck is decent. I think the deck is good if they focused it around the ABC cards, but it's just decent. Is the best way I can put it. And Ultimate Burst, I think, just flat out sucks. If you have a difference of opinion than me, leave it in the comment section below, because everybody's entitled to their opinions, and since I have such a big fan base, I'm definitely probably pissed somebody off, because you can never make anyone happy these days. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If anybody has lactose intolerance, they know what I'm feeling. It's terrible. Okay, so I hope you guys have a great day, better than mine. And yeah, leave a comment below, and don't forget to like the video if you haven't already, because oh my god, it looks like I'm crying because the fucking pollen's fucking me up so bad. But yeah, don't forget to like the video. 800 likes would be great. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and Sunday, I upload videos. I didn't upload a video yesterday because I felt like shit, so yeah. Bye.